Hi, this is Fran with Stampendous, and I want to show you our new FransFormer gnome set. You can see them here where I used them with the snowman and our snowline messages, and those curve, and the gnomes have so many different ways that you can transform them because they reposition like a rubber band. So let me show you a fun trick or two that you can do with them. So here's what the set looks like in the package. You've got 2 gnomes and a lot of other little accessories. And I'll show you with this one here. You can see that I'm creating all these different shapes with the same set. And so let's say, for example, we take our taller gnome here. And you can see that the way they're designed, it can totally change shapes, and you can make them short and wide or tall and skinny or curve this hat. And when you first take it out of the package, you want to be gentle with it till you get it off of the carrier. But you can see that I can play with it on my handle and keep reshaping it all different ways. Let's take the shorter one. And again, if I just let it plop, it will kind of be the most like it is in the package. But of course, it doesn't have to stay that way. And I can press it down onto the block all different ways. I can make them leaning into each other, all different ways. Then we have the little nose with the beard, and this can be an old gnome here. And I can position it way up into the hat or way down low, however I want. They're really interchangeable. I can fit it to where it kind of fits most of the way across, or I can even take and stretch the beard and distort it in a funny way like that. Without the ink on it, you can't see maybe real well, but just giving you the idea of how flexible these pieces are. And again, here we've got the nose with the little braids, and I can have her looking more toward this other character, or I can put the braids down low or up high. I've got lots of choices. So I can stamp them all at once like this if I want to, or I could stamp just this way and stamp that one again separately if I wanted to have 2 old geezers here. Okay, so here you can see 3 different shapes. And this one I stamped together, whereas these I stamped separately. So let me show you one little trick. If you have just a tiny little gap, that will be just the edge of one stamp piece to another. You can pencil something in here by stamping it the second time. I just lined it up. Over here, you've got more of a gap. So take a pencil, decide maybe how you're going to make the shape of the hat there. And then you can take a fine line pen and draw in a connecting line. Okay, so let me show you some other variations that are already stamped. It'll be a little bit easier to see. So for this one, I wanted to make a slim card. So if you pre-cut your paper, that will help you position things. And it has a fun little snowflake, and I used that to make a border. So here they look very wintry, and of course you can make all different size cards and things. And in other cases, I thought it was kind of fun to cut things out and cut out the little characters and pop them up. But of course, they're not limited to winter scenes, and your color scheme and however you choose to use them for your cards, you can certainly create a lot of different variations. You can see here the little arms can be positioned inside the body, or they can be turned and be with their arms up. You can do a lot of different things. Here I did a little bit of masking to tuck another little character in behind. Here's some more fun little characters, just playing with different shapes and different colors. I did a lot of marker work on these. They're really quite comical, all the different body shapes, whatever you like to do with them. So a lot of these, I used my alcohol markers, whatever brand you enjoy. And then on some of the others, I did more with my color pencils. And here I did some fun work on the craft paper, and my Prismacolors come up really fun on the craft paper. And here I did a whole little border. So there's lots of other little accessories in the batch, and you can do patterning on the hats and on their bodies with these other small accessory pieces. I'll mention that I did a little stress test with these just to see how flexible and how durable they are, and they really do have a lot of flexibility, and they're quite durable. I get one in hand here. And I did a stress test, and for the most part, you can work with them and get a lot of mileage out of it. But you don't want to pull on them so hard that they would ultimately snap. And I tested one to see, and of course with scissors you can cut right through it, but you want the flexibility to stay together as the rubber band. But if the worst were to happen and you were to get to snap it, I did test this one where I cut it at a joint where I could reposition it, and with only the smallest little gap to it, you can reposition it that way. So it gives you lots of possibilities. With this one, I was really testing the limits. I actually cut things apart, and you can do that, but you can't put them back together as easily. So work with them gently, and you'll get a lot of mileage out of them. And these FransFormers will reposition like a rubber band and give you hours and hours of fun playing with these FransFormer stamps. Thanks for watching, and hope you have a lot of fun with all of our Stampendous stamps and make a Stampendous impression every time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.